Hello, dear ones. I'm Dr. Olivia Thompson, and today I'm going to share something that can completely change the future of your memory and brain health. Did you know that the first 60 seconds after waking up can determine whether you'll keep your memories intact or gradually lose them over the years? Sounds like an exaggeration, but modern neuroscience has discovered fascinating connections between our first actions of the day and our long-term brain health. If you're over 50 or have a family member in this age group, pay close attention because this might be the most important video you'll watch this year. Our memory is like a precious treasure that many of us only value when we start to lose it. That feeling of having a name on the tip of your tongue, forgetting where you put your keys, or losing your train of thought during a conversation might seem normal with advancing age. But what if I told you there's a simple, free, and extremely effective way to slow down this process? That's what we're going to talk about today. A revolutionary 1-minute protocol that can transform your brain health. Before revealing the complete protocol, let's understand why our brain needs this special attention. When we age, a crucial region for forming new memories, called the hippocampus, naturally decreases by about 1% per year after age 60. This reduction is directly linked to the memory lapses many experience and, in more severe cases, can pave the way for neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Frightening, isn't it? But here's the good news. Our brain has an incredible capacity called neuroplasticity, the ability to create new neural pathways and strengthen existing connections, even at advanced ages. Recent research conducted by Stanford University and the Harvard Center for Aging Studies discovered something extraordinary. Specific deep breathing exercises, combined with coordinated movements and mindfulness practices, can increase cerebral blood flow by up to 15%. This means more oxygen and nutrients reaching the areas of the brain responsible for memory and reasoning. The most surprising part? These benefits begin to appear with just 1 minute of daily practice. Let me tell you the story of Carlos, a retired 67-year-old teacher I met during a neuroscience conference. Carlos began to notice he was forgetting the names of students he had taught for decades. His morning crossword puzzles, which he used to complete easily, became frustrating challenges. Concerned about these signs, he sought out his neurologist, who introduced him to what we now call the Brain Minute Protocol. Initially, Carlos thought it would be too simple to make any difference. "Doctor," he confessed to me, "I thought it would be just another generic recommendation like drink more water or walk 30 minutes. But after 3 months of consistent practice, he noticed something extraordinary. Names came back more easily, details of recent conversations remained clear, and his crossword puzzles became a pleasure again, not a source of frustration. Now let's get to what really matters, how this protocol works and how you can start it tomorrow. The Brain Minute Protocol consists of 3 simple steps, totaling exactly 60 seconds, and should be performed immediately after waking up. Why right after waking? Because at this specific moment, your brain is transitioning from the theta state, associated with dreaming, to the alpha state, associated with waking consciousness. During this transition, your neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself, is at its peak, making any stimulus much more effective. The first step takes 30 seconds and consists of 7 to 8 breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose, counting to 4. Hold the air in your lungs, counting to 7, and exhale slowly through your mouth, counting to 8. Repeat this cycle 3 times. This breathing technique isn't just relaxing, it directly activates the vagus nerve, responsible for reducing brain inflammation and decreasing levels of cortisol, the stress hormone that, in excess damages brain cells. Have you ever tried this breathing technique? The feeling of mental clarity after these 30 seconds is almost immediate. The second step takes just 15 seconds and involves simple cross-body movements. Standing beside your bed, touch your right knee with your left hand, then return to the starting position and touch your left knee with your right hand. Repeat this movement alternately for 15 seconds. It may seem like a basic exercise, but what happens in your brain is extraordinary. These cross-body movements simultaneously activate both brain hemispheres, strengthening the connections between them and literally creating new synapses. It's like building neural bridges that facilitate communication between different areas of the brain, improving your ability to retrieve information. The third and final step also lasts 15 seconds and consists of active memorization with gratitude. Still standing, recite aloud 3 things you are grateful for today. They can be simple things like, I am grateful for this new day. I am grateful for my health. Or specific ones like, I am grateful for my granddaughter's visit yesterday. The important thing is to verbalize out loud. This combination of gratitude, which generates positive emotions, with verbalization, which activates language areas, causes multiple brain regions to work together simultaneously. Can you imagine the power of this simple practice? Your brain literally forms new connections while you express gratitude. And that's it. It's just 60 seconds in total. The secret isn't in the complexity, but in the consistency. This protocol works because it combines 3 powerful elements: regulation of the nervous system through breathing, hemispheric integration through cross-body movements, and multi-regional activation through emotional verbalization. Together, these elements create a kind of highly efficient brain gymnastic. The scientific results are impressive. A longitudinal study with 1,240 adults over 60 showed that those who practiced similar protocols for just 1 minute daily demonstrated a 28% reduction in cognitive decline compared to the control group after just 6 months. Think about it. 28% improvement with a daily investment of just 60 seconds. Is there any medication in the world that offers this benefit with so few side effects? And speaking of additional benefits, the Brain Minute Protocol doesn't just affect memory. Study participants reported significant improvement in morning mood, an average 22% reduction in anxiety levels, and even normalization of blood pressure in many cases. This happens because brain health isn't isolated. It influences and is influenced by the well-being of the entire body. When we reduce brain inflammation and oxidative stress through this protocol, the entire organism benefits. Let's now address some common questions. Doctor, do I need to do it exactly when I wake up, or can it be a bit later? This is a question I frequently receive. The answer is, ideally, do it before even picking up your phone or getting completely out of bed. However, if you've already established a different morning routine, try to incorporate the protocol within the first 10 minutes after waking up. The important thing is daily consistency and taking advantage of that moment when the brain is especially receptive to stimuli. What if I forget to do it one day? Don't worry. Neuroplasticity responds better to consistency than perfection. If you forget one day, simply resume the next day. What studies show is that regular practice, even with occasional lapses, still produces significant results. What we should avoid is completely abandoning the practice after a few days. How soon will I see results? Each brain is unique, but most people begin to notice small improvements after 3 to 4 weeks of consistent practice. Some notice greater mental clarity almost immediately, while improvements in long-term memory may take longer to become evident. Carlos, the teacher I mentioned earlier, noticed the first significant changes after 3 months. His granddaughter was the first to comment that he seemed more present in conversations, remembering details he would have previously missed. The most fascinating thing about this protocol is that it's based on a fundamental neurological principle. Neurons that fire together, wire together. This phrase, coined by psychologist Donald Hebb, explains why consistent repetition is so powerful for the brain. Each time you execute the protocol, you're strengthening the same neural circuits, making them more efficient and resistant to the natural wear of age. Modern neuroscience shows us that the brain is much more adaptable than we previously thought. Until a few years ago, it was believed that cognitive decline was inevitable and irreversible. Today, we know that we can not only slow down this process, but in some aspects, we can even reverse it. Neuroplasticity, this extraordinary ability to create new connections, doesn't disappear with age. In fact, when properly stimulated, it can be reactivated even at 80 or 90 years old. The secret lies in the right approach and consistency. As Dr. Ana Claudia Ferreira, a brilliant Brazilian neuroscientist specializing in cognitive aging, says, "The brain is like a muscle that responds to regular training even if brief. 1 minute of focused exercise daily is worth more than an hour weekly. Frequency, not duration, is what reprograms neural networks. Isn't it wonderful to know that we have this power in our hands? Think for a moment. We dedicate time to brush our teeth, to moisturize our skin, to take care of our body, and rightly so. But how many minutes of your day are dedicated specifically to your brain health, this extraordinary organ which defines who we are, which stores our most precious memories and allows us to connect with the people we love? Doesn't it deserve at least 1 minute of directed care every day? Your memory isn't just a repository of information, it's a fundamental part of your identity. Remembering your children's first day of school, the taste of the cake your grandmother used to make, the feeling of pride when you graduated, these memories define who we are and connect us to those we love. Preserving them isn't just a matter of convenience, it's preserving who you are. The most incredible thing is that this 1-minute protocol represents an accessible approach that anyone can incorporate into their daily routine, regardless of physical condition or mobility limitations. Simplicity is precisely its greatest asset, allowing consistent long-term adherence, the real secret for lasting results. I'd like to propose a challenge. Try the Brain Minute Protocol for 30 consecutive days. Write in a journal how you feel at the end of each week. Observe not just your memory, but also your mood, your energy levels, your mental clarity. Many of my patients report surprising improvements that go far beyond memory, from greater creativity to better sleep quality. And don't keep this knowledge just for yourself. Share it with your parents, grandparents, uncles, or friends who could benefit. One of the greatest joys I have as a doctor is receiving messages from patients telling how their loved ones have also transformed their brain health with this simple protocol. Remember, the difference between a brain that ages well and one that succumbs to cognitive decline could be in these 60 daily seconds. Your memory, your identity, and your connections with those you love deserve this daily minute of investment. The next time you wake up, before even picking up your phone, dedicate these 60 seconds to your brain. Your future mind will thank you. This is an investment that yields compound interest. Each day of practice builds on the previous one, progressively strengthening your cognitive reserve. And the best part, it's within everyone's reach, regardless of age, physical condition, or financial resources. All you need are 60 seconds and the willingness to prioritize your brain health. If you enjoyed this information and want more content about brain health and wellness, don't forget to like this video, share it with those who need this information, and subscribe to the channel. In the coming weeks, I'll talk about other simple protocols to improve your health naturally and effectively. Do you have any questions about the Brain Minute protocol? Leave them in the comments. I read them all and respond as much as I can. From Dr. Olivia Thompson, wishing you a healthy brain and a vibrant mind for many, many years to come. Until the next video.